Welcome back, Salty Gamers, to week 16 of this free-to-play account. We'll get right into it. So it's been a good week so far with the farming. So we set out that we would get a 6-star Finn, 7-star First Order team so we can do the events. So just smash these dailies in and out, the easy challenges. And we're well on track for that. This episode will be slightly shorter, more content and general chit chat. We've moved guilds like discussed. We're currently doing our territory war, first territory war. We finally got that going. We're at 31 mil GP in the guild, so the guild's doing it extremely well. Advancing the rosters, went from couple of mil in the first GP, and here's the territory wars. We've got 25 members to join, which is exactly what we needed, and they've only managed to take out one. I think they've only done one battle, so they've only managed to clear one battle. We're fortunate we've got two good guys that's joined us to help boost the guild up, sit around 6 and 7 mil GP. We full cleared them, so they're not even bothering, so that's an easy win. So we've came fourth, which is good. All accounts is okay as well. Just done a couple of battles, see how it went. Rewards for this, then we'll all receive some guild currency, an omega, tier 3 mats, some get 1 and 425,000 plus this box, so we're doing not too bad. As we get more GP, technically speaking we should have been in this one because we're at 31 mil, so I'm not sure why it bumped us into the 20 mil to 29.99, but next one round we get in Zetas every time, and as we improve we'll only keep improving on the reward front on that. Raids, we're firing through raids all the time as soon as they're ready. We see here we've got 150,000 tickets for the Sith Triumphant raid. It's taken a wee bit longer because it's not the heroic one, but it's only one guy that's basically carrying us through it. Thankful for that. So let's look at the roster. So the goal was to have 7-star First Order. That is done. We've brought these three are all gear 8. We managed to take gear 10 level 80. We managed to bring BB8 up to gear 10 level 80 as well, so good progress there. We've got a credit heist during the week, so we're at 21.7 mil credits, doing really well on the credit front. I've received the credits because to be fair, the resistance team's struggling for the most part. At some point, well, it's not struggling. Han is struggling because he's only gear 8. So instead of taking him up, I've left him where he is. And we're buying First Order TIE Pilot as well, SF TIE Pilot, not TIE Pilot, TIE Fighter, to bring that up, seeing as we've got a 7-star pilot for it. Veteran Ben's struggling because he's only gear 8, he keeps dying, so my thought was to take Resistance Pilot in instead and upgrade him, but I thought we would wait until we know we're going to clear the BB8 mission. If we clear the BB8 mission, we'll do it straight away. We'll bring that pilot up because we're using the pilot as it is. On the ship front, we're building the ships up again. Guild store keeps coming up. Knox Guild store shard shop. Farming Ray every day to get the ship. So we're almost there, we're 6 shards away. Feels like forever we've been grinding it. We've got hard node farms. I've been any spare energy, we finished off Poe, any spare energy we've just been plugging away at the different characters as in what we need, just bringing them up casually as we go. Minus Resistance Hero Finn, just to take the edge off of the grind when we get it. There's no point waiting if we're not farming gear at the time. Stun cuffs, always need stun cuffs. We're 1 shard away from unlocking the Houndstooth, but we won't be able to activate it until we get Bosk, which is okay because the ship will take longer. But Bosk is on 9B, so small technical error there. I pressed escape and it drops the size of the window, which then for some reason throws off the recording. So that's that fixed. So on the mod front, I don't know what mods we actually need now because I've just been smashing different ones. Not advanced. Well, I need to assign loadout anyway, so we'll just do that whilst we're in here. It's true, the test mod's done. Wrong button. At this stage, anything's better than nothing. Keep doing advanced. Nope, basic. Silent out. Do. I can't remember the mods that we used the last time, but we'll just keep doing it. So, Executioner's the damage dealer, so we'll put the offense mods on him. So we're checking what mods we need to farm. So we've not weeded out any mods for the past week. So we're okay on health, okay on defense. Crit chance, offense, potency, speed. So we'll just go back to farming speed and we'll work our way back, and then we'll weed them out. I'm not doing crit damage because I watched a video with Darth Locator. He just states that it's not worthwhile farming crit damage because it only works part of the time, which I totally agree with when you think of the logic of it. So we'll just leave that. So we're farming Veteran Hand right now. We're getting Aurora on the bonus node for the Tuscan stuff. So we'll start bringing Veteran Han up to 7 stars, then Chewie, and then finish off Finn, who's 6 stars. All my extra crystals are going on the Cantina energy. So if we could refresh as much as we can, we'll refresh. We've got a full clear on here again. So we're not going to finish it, actually play through the battle. We'll just do it quickly. So if you're enjoying the content, just drop a like, sub if you can. There's about half the members watching the content so far that aren't subscribed according to the analytics. I mean, it's good that these guys are watching, but if you can subscribe, it will help me a lot more. We're well on track for the 30 subscribers within the next 3 weeks. So thanks again for that. Hopefully we'll get that, if not better than that. We'll just leave that. We'll finish off these when we come back. We're level 83 and about a quarter. Just over a quarter. So we've actually unlocked, if we go into Cantina quickly, we've actually unlocked 8. So 8 needs to be level 83 and stage 7 completion. So once we complete these 2 nodes, we unlock the final stage, get there, we start getting relic mats, and we start getting, more importantly, the Ebon Hawk, which is going to be our 5th and final ship. If we go into here, we'll have a quick look at the ships before we go into the journey guide. Maxed out Ahsoka, almost 6-star Resistance X-Wing, Poe's now at 4-star, Lando's because it's on a double node. We're struggling a wee bit here, we've been farming it for days. We've been farming it longer than we've been farming Rey's Millennium Falcon, and we've got Rey's Millennium Falcon at 74 shards, and we've only just almost got Lando's Falcon at 4 stars. We brought in the bomber, the MG100. That's going to be a resistance ship, but we don't need it. It's just that when we have spare fleet energy, we're not farming anything else. I'll farm that because it would be good to have as part of our overall Radis fleet. Houndstooth, as we discussed, Rey's Millennium Falcon, and then we've got the Ebon Hawk. I've added in a couple more here that will farm up eventually, and then we've 6-starred both Geonosian ships, so that's going to help massively going forward. Because we're going to need a dark side fleet now, mate. Thoughts on a dark side fleet will be First Order. First Order here. So we'll start, this will be the biggest pain, so we need this one, this one, this one, and this one all up for the finalizer, and then we also need, I believe, Xanadu Blood and Vader's ship. So it'll be a wee bit longer because of where the ships are, but that's okay. And the reason for that is because if we go to Galactic Legends, it's quite a logical path to go from GL Rey, where we build up resistance, and we need First Order to get BB8, and then that gives us a full team of First Order, which we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 7 stars already. which means that we only need, 6 at 7 stars because we've got Palpatine. We only need Hux, Pilot, Sith Trooper, Veteran Han will be 7 stars, and then Kylo Ren and Stormtrooper, which isn't a lot, so we could easily farm them up to 7 stars at the back of what we're doing. So when we have spare normal energy, etc., we'll do that. Now, big thing, if you didn't notice it on the calendar, if you are playing the game, link your account to the web store, especially if you're free to play. You get a free box every day that gives you a random amount of energy and some other goodies. As well as this month we've managed to get a Kyrotech calendar. Kyrotechs are the bane of anybody playing this's existence for higher geared characters. Every character needs at least 100, some need even more. It's ridiculous amount, and they're on a single drop. They're not accelerated the same as the rest of the gear because they're classed for gear 13, so it takes a while. This has given us around, I think it's 30 overall, so, and then we're getting a free Zeta and 5 Omegas. So, and all you need to do is log in and hit claim to go along with the rest of the stuff that we're getting. Now this 100 crystals that we got here on the calendar, that pushed us to get first order officers, so it fell bang on a great time for that. So we're almost already at 50 crystals. With this event, we should hopefully push into getting some refreshes, which will then go straight into farming the requirements to finish off them, and we should be golden. So let's, without further ado, let's see if we can do it with the current order. Now I tried this without mods, so I didn't smash them and then not be able to record it. And they held their own. They were a bit weak, but they had no mods. So let's see how we do. So usual team, Kylo lead. Hopefully we don't need any more investment. Just make sure that's off. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up because of my background music. So straight on with Han. Let's stop Finn from doing anything. Push back Rey. Do 0 damage with that. That's good. Kyle will take all the hits. Now this is a problem. Yep. So we're going to need to put a bit of gear into them, as I thought we might have to. Hopefully we'll have enough in the old bank. So I don't really want to do any more to Kylo. Might have to mod invest. Yeah, see, it's 2 million for each of them, so it's expensive. It's going to work in the long term, so it's not like it's a rubbish investment and we're never going to use the characters again and they have no value later on. They have value. As discussed, we had Kylo Ren farm. We're going to have that done. Now the problem being is I have no energy at this time to do any farming for gear. So that's great. Let's bring let's fire I'll do that now. Now this one I will do, and then I'll change these mods up to have a loadout that's just full health. Not really. Yes, we do full health there. Okay, so that we'll just see if we can change these mods up. Keep clicking the wrong buttons. So we've got crit damage here, but we'll take that way eventually. So let's just see what these mods will do instead. I think we're using the wrong mod set as it is, so we'll just fire this on Kylo. Because the Empire mods aren't really that high up. Right, let's see how that fares. So we're slightly better power level. If it comes to it, might bring First Order TIE pilot up, SF pilot up. So back to this again, let's see if we manage it. Let's oh, that's a good hit. But Kylo died. Then he just opened up. Okay, still not there quite yet, unfortunately. What could we do for Kylo to get him more durable? This isn't going to do much. Maybe we could do this attack can't be resisted. 2% health. Just fire this extra gear on him. See why I mean wrist stun cuffs. They come extremely handy. Try to keep that minimal investment. Just leave that one. See, you could bring him up to 8. I just had a bit of energy. I know how to do it. Wait a minute. We'll start off here. So we should fly through this one. Should be easy. Easy peasy. Walk in the park, walk in the park. $30k damage with Ray. There you go, that's what we're talking about. So easy peasy. First 50 shards of Jelly Train Ray. 40 crystals though, like, they could have been a bit stingy to be fair. Could have gave us 50. Right, let's see if we can. What does Kylo need? He needs Cryotex and he needs a massive amount. We need these. We'll leave him at gear 8 and A9 and now. If it comes to it, we'll take him to gear 10. And leave him there. Wrong one. Right, let's try again. So it's not even bumped Executioner into the bracket of 13k. But remember, that's just a guideline. It doesn't mean that it has to be that power level. I'm hoping Kylo takes hits now. Could be the turn order that we're getting wrong. Okay. So pass that over. Drop speed there. Stun him. This is where we struggle now. No. We'll keep going, we'll see. Okay, we got Ray out. She's the hardest hitter. Let's get rid of the buffs from Han. We need Kylo to survive. Okay. Come on, Kylo, keep taking it. That's it, heal. I think we'll do it this time. It's got debuff, so guaranteed crit hit. So you could put crit damage on first order because you get advantage a lot. So it would work more often than not. The problem being though is it only works when they crit, as opposed to overall crit damage. Okay, so at least it wasn't too bad an investment. Now it's just mop up, clean up with BB8. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Just had to make sure Kylo was staying alive to soak up the hits. And throw some music. Because it's not on repeat. There we go. And there we go, we done it. Bit jiggery pokery, you know. We spent 6 mil, we got a mil back. But we're going to spend a mil to get BB8 to 7 stars. But it's done. BB8 is complete. So, on to bigger and brighter things now. We just need to get this team to 7 stars now. The good news is with this event, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one, it doesn't even count. And then we get this. So we will get, hopefully, fingers crossed, 2 weeks, maybe 3. We'll have Jedi Trainery. If we get really lucky on the drops and we get them up really quick, great. As soon as they're up, we'll put them through and get them in. Big crystal investment now, because we've got 5 shards of Vader for completing that. 50 crystals, 500k, so start claiming back our stuff. Journey, beat race, hero training journey 1. Another 50 crystals, so not too bad. We're now on 189 crystals. We'll get 77, well, over 100 for completing the dailies for today. So we could go straight in. Start with Han because he's the weakest at the moment. See, big pool of 12 shards. That's almost at, what, 4 stars already. So, looking good, looking good. Hopefully we'll, if we can, I'd love to be able to get it next week and just go for it. So let's fire on BB8 into 7 stars then. Power level of 14,000. So, started off with 0 shards on Han. Done a couple of runs on the 1.5 runs at the cantina, and we're on 20 shards, so we're doing okay on that front. So now that we've done that, my thoughts are, do we invest in Resistance Pilot, or Zodi Bliss? I'm thinking Pilot. What I'll do, just to get some community engagement, is there'll be a poll up shortly after this has been uploaded. And I will leave it up till the next video. No, I'll leave it up till Wednesday. So it will go up on Sunday. it'll come to, it'll whatever the results are on Wednesday, I'll then invest in the character that's decided on the poll. So just for those that are watching the video, the heads up on the poll, the characters that we'll invest in is take Han up to be the same as the team. So level 80, gear 10. We're going to use them anyway, regardless, at some point. So, I mean, I don't want to overinvest, but he won't be a wasted investment. Resistance Pilot, which we take up to gear 8. So all these will be from what they currently are to gear 10. That's where we take them. Level 80, gear 10. So we could take Pilot, Han, Poe. That's going to be the 3 options. And Zori. So 4 options. Whoever wins will get put up to gear 10 over the course of the next few days, however long it takes. And that will be our core resistance team as it stands. Zori will only be able to ever go up to gear 11. She's not required for any journey guide at the moment, due to her being a marquee new character, but she's a good character and she'll do a lot of work for the team. More work if she has Poe on the team, but that will get adjusted eventually. So that will be the Poe that goes up. And then eventually we'll build offline. Regardless, what I'll do is I'll pull up First Order SF TIE Pilot. If I get his ship up, I'll bring him up to the same as these guys, so that, you know, they're all at least gear 8. So we've got a First Order team ready for it. By the time we're level 85, I'll have a First Order team full and complete. It might not be the best one, but it'll be there. We've also got L3 and Lando that we're going to need to invest in as well at some point for his ship. So the 2 characters that we can do that will directly relate to our ships is Pilot, Resistance X-Wing Pilot, and Poe. That's a single character investment, because what we could do is make a light-sided fleet, relatively easy, then with Ahsoka, Resistance X-Wing, Poe X-Wing, there's 3 plus Rey's Millennium Falcon, 4, and that gives us 1 extra slot to be added to for whatever other pilot we have. So we need 2 fleets for GAC, so there's that to think about. We've also got First Order TIE Pilot already getting farmed, so once I finish the Geos, I'll move on to the First Order requirements for ships. And before I farm the characters for First Order, for Kylo Ren, Supreme Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I will farm the ships first. So let's have a finish off the hard farms with energy. So we've done this one and this one. Finish off Houndstooth, and we got the 1 shard. Perfect. So technically we can now get Bosk ship Houndstooth. We'll fleet battles and we go into 3. So we start off on Poe again because he's needed for the Radis, whereas the MG isn't. The bomber isn't. So we need him at least 5 stars. So once we get him to 5 stars, we're laughing. Because there's another ship. So 63 shards of so X-Wing pilot, resistance X-Wing ready for the first battle of the Radas. Same with Ahsoka, perfect. We'll keep farming them, still need them at 7 stars to complete the event, but it's ready. Then we've got Poe's ship, he's 1 star off being ready for the first event. Now if we get the first event and we don't have all the ships ready for the next one, oh well. At least if we could get one, we'll keep picking away at it so we can do it as and when we can. And then Lando's Millennium Falcon, we're almost on the 4 stars. That's going to be one of the longest ship farms going. Between that, these two here is the longest, these 3 are going to be the longest ship farms. Ebon Hawk shouldn't be too bad because Ebon Hawk is in the Cantina. So which will be where all the energy for Cantina goes after we get Jedi Train Rey. So my thoughts are with Cantina, and for the next week to wrap up, we will continue farming the ships that we're farming to bring them up to where we need to. We'll finalise the results of the poll to finish off the resistance team, and if we don't get the farms for finished for Finn, which isn't going to take long at all, and then Han and Chewie, so you're looking 2 days ish for Finn, and then we're looking at, I want to say best part of at least 3 to 5 days for each of these to bring them up to 7 stars. That's if we get good drops on the shards. In hindsight, we should have started them a lot sooner instead of farming maybe Geos or something. But we didn't even finish. Sorry, instead of farming like Farm Boy Luke, we should have moved straight on to and even L3. Even though we're going to need her, we don't need her straight away. So we should have done that instead of going all the way through these as well. But that's okay. We live and learn. So, I'm forgetting we could do this bounty hunter as well, which she's pretty good for getting fast contracts. I digress. So next week's goal, we'll farm up we'll do a poll, complete the rest of the resistance team, bring them up to gear 10, level 80, whatever character selected. That's what will happen. If we've not finished off the Jedi Training Rey requirements, we will, for next week's video, we'll progress as far as we can on Cantina nodes. We'll divert the farm for another, we'll divert some energy to increase, I think it's like 16 and 18 energy, so we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nodes maximum. So we've got 9 nodes, say 20 energy, so we need 200 energy, give or take, Cantina to go all the way through. But what we'll do is we'll get to the Ebon Hawk. Once we unlock the Ebon Hawk, we'll stop the Cantina farm at that stage until we complete the rest of our farm that we're currently doing, just so we're ready to go. As soon as the farms are complete, we'll go straight onto the Ebon Hawk, smash through Ebon Hawk and get that, because then we're going to have to backpedal back to 6 and do T3 because he's part of the Ebon Hawk requirements. And then we'll also need to backpedal and do, and I can't find her for the love of me, I think it's in 5, yep, L3. So these farms will also increase massively on drop rates compared to what they're doing now, because right now they're split to drop the Tuscan. So once that disappears off the Cantina roads, we'll then get back to our normal drop rate, so they should speed up. I'm hoping that will be enough to push what we currently have, and if we could get as much bonus currency from the web store for Cantina as possible, then all for it. So let's pray to the web store gods that we get Cantina drops, Cantina energy, 300 energy every single day from now till next Sunday, and then we should be right on track for the next journey in our account. So without further ado, that will be a wrap for today's video. Well, I say today, I don't know if you noticed through the curtains, it's the blinds. We are currently in night here in the UK. It's 10 to 3 in the morning, because that way I don't need to worry about the kids getting up and disturbing me constantly. So that's why I look a bit tired and sleepy as well, so apologies for that if I've dragged on a bit. So we're on the 45-minute mark. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if you want to see any other part of the content, any changes to the method that I delivered my content, any hints, tips, constructive criticism will all be helpful and well taken. Hit a dislike if you don't like the video. It helps me know that the content's rubbish for you. But if I get more likes and dislikes, even better. At least I know I'm doing something well. And also, I'll put random polls out as we go, because I'm trying to build the channel up. So I put a poll out a couple of weeks back for the Hogwarts game that came out to see if people wanted to watch that. But it didn't get picked up well, so I'm not bothered. But I'll put other polls up where we've got Jedi Survivor coming out in the next couple of months as well. So it's not content that will take away from this. This will still be my main Let's Play as such, but that the videos will just be in between, because it could be a long period of farming or doing the same stuff with these videos because of the type of game it is. So instead of leaving you without in a dry spell with content, I will put different videos out and just let you have a wee look at the other type of games I play and see what I'm like with them. Even if I don't have a game, if you want to suggest a game that I play and I don't have it, I would potentially grab that game just to have a look if it's something that I would play. Anything for a laugh. I could do it, and the potential of doing it as a live stream as well. That's always an option, rather than pre-recorded, and keep them to the live streams where I just play different games. I have many Star Wars games, I have many Total War games, currently playing COD, but I think I'd be banned off YouTube if I play COD on stream or video, because it's not PG at all. I do get salty there, or I would live up to my name, but that's neither here nor there. Battlefront 2 doesn't work on the PC, but I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order. I could do that. I've been trying to play it on the hardest difficulty. It's been slow, but there's potential. So if you want to see any of that mad content, drop in the comments or answer up on the polls when I put them up, and I can do that as a side content. It's not the main content. The main content will always be for most part of the foreseeable future this game, until we get to where we want to be, or we'll get fed up and nobody wants to watch me anymore. Okay, I've waffled on long enough. I will catch you on the next one. Stay salty.